Hello everyone. Today I'll be presenting on how functional genomics plays a key role in personalized medicine. We'll explore the technologies that made this possible, like CRISPR, RNA sequencing, and GWAS, and then dive into breast cancer case studies to show how these advances have improved real patient outcomes. What is functional genomics? Functional genomics goes beyond just reading DNA. It looks at how genes actually work, how they're expressed, regulated, and how they interact. This gives us a deeper insight into how diseases develop and how individuals respond differently based on their biology. It's what helps us understand not just what genes are, but what they do in real life. What is personalized medicine? Personalized medicine is all about customizing healthcare. Instead of using the same treatment for every patient, doctors use someone's genetics, environmental, and lifestyle information to tailor care specifically for them. This makes medicine more precise, more effective, and less risky. For example, two patients with the same type of cancer might respond completely differently to chemotherapy. One might get better and the other might get worse. Personalized medicine helps explain why and helps avoid those harmful mismatches. Key technologies powering personalized medicine. 3 technologies have transformed the field: CRISPR, which lets us edit or study specific genes, RNA sequencing, which tells us which genes are active in a disease, and GWAS, genome-wide association studies, which helps us find genetic variants linked to certain conditions. These tools give doctors a molecular map of the patient. Now, let's dive into our case study, which happens to be breast cancer. So, let's apply this to breast cancer. It's not just one disease. It comes in subtypes like HER2 positive, estrogen receptor positive, and triple negative. Functional genomics helps doctors figure out what kind of tumor a patient has so they can match it with those effective treatments. Before these technologies, all breast cancer patients often received the same treatment, even if it wasn't the right type for their tumor type. That's changing rapidly, thanks to gene expression data and genetic profiling. Personalized strategy in action. Take HER2 positive breast cancer. Using RNA sequencing, doctors can confirm that HER2 gene is overactive. Thanks to this, patients can receive Herceptin, a targeted drug that attacks HER2. This leads to better outcomes, fewer side effects, and more efficient path to recovery. Instead of a blanket chemotherapy, the treatment is specific to the biology of the tumor. CRISPR's role in breast cancer. In research labs, CRISPR helps scientists knock out genes like BRCA1 and BRCA2 to model breast cancer. It also helps test how these mutated cells respond to different drugs. This allows researchers to discover personalized therapies faster and predict which mutations are the most dangerous. Broader impact of personalized medicine. The bigger picture is this: personalized medicine reduces trial and error. It shortens the time to effective treatment, lowers side effects, and ultimately improves quality of life. It's a smarter and more human approach to care. It's also useful in other diseases. For example, in cystic fibrosis, where we now use gene therapy based on the patient's specific mutation, or in cardiovascular disease, where genetic data helps doctors choose the right medication and doses for each and every person. Though the future is bright for personalized medicine, there are still limitations and ethical concerns. Some are: access to these technologies are not equal, and not all patients can afford genomic testing. There's also an ethical concern, like how genetic data is. In conclusion, functional genomics is the engine behind personalized medicine. Tools like CRISPR, RNA sequencing, and GWAS help us treat patients not just as cases, but as individuals. Breast cancer is just one of the many success stories, and we're only at the beginning of what's possible. As the science improves, more diseases will be treatable in personal, targeted ways, and that can change everything about how we deliver healthcare. Thank you so much for listening, and once again, I apologize. I cannot access the video function on my computer because my dad disabled it, and I don't know how to fix that. But thank you so much for listening once again.